Okay, I wasn't talented to open the door with one hand, but I was talented enough to open the door. And I say that because the way that these doors, you lock them back up on the outside is you actually pull the handle straight up and then you lock it. So, not sure why that's an extra safety feature or not. That's how they work. So this is Mom and Dad's kitchen area, and this was the last space that had a pretty, I'd say, a significant redesign. We originally had created a pantry area here with a sliding pocket door. And then when the pre-wiring went in, the electrical panel for the suite went right there, which changed the design of the suite in that rather than having this wall and along here for storage space, with the panel there, they were basically left with just this one wall. So it meant that there would be a pocket door along here and then one wall of pantry items, which we were all going to work with. We could do that. But then when we finally were able to settle on the quote for the millwork and what our millwork guy was going to get, and he was doing the shop drawings, he sent an email saying about the suite kitchen, it would be ideal if the fridge was 30 to 33 inches. Well, over 15 months ago, we bought the fridges for the suite in the house, and they are 35 inches each. So in the end, we had the guys get rid of this pocket door entirely. And that's only the second really major structural thing that they've built that we've had to, well, no, that's the third thing that they built, and then we told them they had to rip it out. The first was the porch upstairs, and then the powder or the laundry room door, and now this door. So what will happen now is they're going to have a countertop that goes all the way across to where the fridge is, and the fridge is going to go in the corner here where the pantry is. The layout is actually better overall for the way Mom and Dad live and for what their needs are. So yeah, it's okay. It'll actually be better. There's some changes where we're not entirely happy with how it's happened. But John, that is, if you'd like to do that, can you go somewhere else where it won't be distracting on the video, please? Into one of the other rooms? Because if you stay here, I'm going to put you on the video. So there's their front entry closet, and this is their living room space in here. And you have the fireplace. And over here will be their dining room area. And back in here, you walk through into their den and office area, which will be along here. And a linen type closet there, their bathroom, which does not have a tub for those that are being observant. It is just a shower stall. And that actually gives them more washing up space area than if we tried to put a tub and a shower stall, or just a tub with a stall, or a tub shower combo. So we've created this bench for them, which will sit on the inside of the shower. So when they're in there, if they want to sit and spray down or what have you, they can do that. And their vanities will go along that wall. And this is their bedroom. And so along this wall, here they'll have their built-in wardrobe closets. And I say that tongue-in-cheek because with the millwork, John, you really need to do that some other place. Thank you. With the millwork, it's been very challenging because the cost is just crazy. So we've pared down what our millwork guy is actually going to do, at least initially. And so there's some significant pieces like the suite, bedroom, closet, wardrobe, and Emma and John's that they got to be sorted out, and time is ticking. I'm going to go and yell at John again because that's just too loud. John, yeah? It's way too loud for you to do that, please, when I'm videotaping. What is it that you're playing with? Something sharp.
Do you try to get all those?
Yeah, I know. You want to help the guys, but that's not helpful. You stay in the suite. I'm going in the house. Thanks. So this is the music study room. And along this wall, the plan is to have workstations for Emma and John along here. And somehow we're going to fit piano and a drum set there. And my office space is to go here, which the original design, this is one of those pieces where the millwork guy, we had hoped that he would do it, but it's just not worth the cost in the short term. So, and the drop ceiling, that was a whole major issue that happened as well once the HVAC went in. So it makes sense to have my office here because this drop ceiling kind of marks off office versus sort of music study room, but you can see how lovely the light is over there. And I'd be able to look outside to the driveway, but at least there'd be some nature, whereas my view from here is the back of the staircase. And some, who shall remain nameless, have said, yeah, but then you can be keeping an eye on the whole house. Well, yeah, but that's if I'm a mom that wants to keep an eye on the whole house while I'm working. Maybe sometimes I just would like to go hide in the corner. So I don't know what's gonna happen. This is open because Jeff will put, we're gonna get shelving, and that's where house tools and that kind of stuff will go when you're doing home maintenance or what have you. You need something quick, that's where this stuff will go. And this is the laundry mudroom, which also got a major overhaul because of the ductwork. You can see up top there and along here. So the washer, dryer, and cabinetry on either side is still going here. And there will be 2 lockers along here. And then in these areas, how's it gonna go? Yeah, the plug's there. So we're gonna have a stand-up freezer there and cabinetry beside it on the left. And in that cabinetry will be 3 drawers that pull out that we'll put footwear in. So try to minimize the amount of footwear that gets dumped on the floor. And in front of the door, which anybody with families will know that's what happens. And then the other 2 lockers, I believe, are going here. And then in here is the back bathroom, powder room, and it will be fully tiled because we want it as a complete wet zone. And there'll be a shower handle on the wall here. So coming in off the beach or gardening, you can come in here and leave all your really dirty, crappy, sandy stuff in this washroom before you walk into the house, or in my parents' case, before they walk into the suite, because you can see our back door is here and their back door is just over there. So it will be handy for them to use as well. Or mom and dad can walk through this door, through the music study room, and through that door. So either way, it'll be handy. We walk into the kitchen, and I should back up a bit. So with the HVAC, we now have this drop slope ceiling all along here, and the drop ceiling, all along there. So one thing that Jeff and I would do differently, but we'll never have to remember this because we're never renovating again, is not only do we need a lighting and electrical plan, but we need a mechanical plan, because having to redesign the music study room, the laundry room, and most importantly the kitchen was not fun, and that all had to be redesigned and done and decided in between my February and March Haiti trips. So yeah, that was decidedly unpleasant. So this wall has not changed at all. The range is in the middle. Baker's countertop on the left, regular level height countertop on the right. And on this wall we'll have the double ovens, the fridge, pantry, countertop there. And then this wall, I mean, to some it would be no big, maybe it doesn't seem a big deal, but to me, with just keeping things organized and crap off of countertops, it matters to me, but there it is. So the original plan was that there would be countertop, and then with upper cabinets, and then tall cabinetry, which would be a breakfast bar, countertop with upper cabinets, and then tall cabinetry again over here, which I would have used for that kind of home office type deal. Not like my work office, but where you dump crap, bills to pay, phone messages, all that kind of stuff would have gone in this area behind closed doors. Well, you can see that that can't happen now because of the drop ceiling. So Cheryl, bless her heart, did a design which kept those two sort of tall cabinets, but it made the countertops so short as to be kind of stupid looking. I ask her that a lot. Is that stupid? Is that dumb? So we've nixed the home office tall upper cabinet over here, and instead what's happening is countertop. We're keeping the breakfast bar tower dealio, and then countertop straight across. So now I have no clue what's going to happen to the dumping ground. Hopefully with the kids' lockers back in the laundry room, that's where we can have the kids dump their school stuff, which would be good. But my fear is that all that home office crap is going to end up back in my real office space. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going to happen. So it will all be sorted out. It'll be fine. It's just not what we had planned. And the other thing that we had not had planned is, it's maybe, yeah, you can see it. So there's the outline of the kitchen island. And I'm sure the proportions are too hard to really grasp unless you're in here. But again, with our 35-inch wide fridge going there, that the millwork guy says, it's not counter depth. And we're like, no, because we bought it like a year and a half ago now. No, because it was the fridge I wanted and it was at a really good deal. So they've been sitting in storage. So what that has meant now is, if you can look down at this plan, so there's the really nice sink I wanted, but now we have that much counter space on the left for the sink, and this much on the right. So the dishwasher is going underneath here. And so for those of you that are left-handed, you would think it's just fine that you're gonna wash dishes from right to left. Because that's what we'll be doing now, because you're gonna dump your dishes here and then they're gonna be washed in this direction, which for us right-handed people is gonna be really odd. The bonus is that we bought sinks that have the drain boards that sit inside of them down below, which is what we wanted, because we actually were thinking we'd have space on the left to put dishes, wash, dry, and look at that, you'd have counter space on the left and the right for, as Cheryl would say, pretty things. Not that I want pretty things there, but now there isn't, we don't even have that option. So that's not quite what we wanted. And then underneath the sink, storage is very much limited from what we had hoped it would be. And all of that has now ended up with, if you see the width, we had hoped that we would be getting an island where we could sit 4 across, and now it's going to be a stretch to put 3 across. There's 4 people in our family, and currently in our rental, which has an island and there's 3 chairs that can fit, the kids and Jeff sit up on the breakfast bar to eat snacks, breakfast, what have you. Guess where I am? I stand. So that doesn't make me terribly happy. It's kind of disappointing. And I suppose the only, what could make it better in the end, because at least there are other spaces that are better designed, is I'll be folding my laundry hopefully in the laundry room and not on the dining room table, which is going there, which means that maybe we'll actually be able to sit at the dining room table to eat, and it won't matter that there's only 3 people sitting available at the breakfast bar. I don't know. It's just, those aren't, make it or break it. Those are what we call first world problems, but it's just disappointing when you have a particular plan and then that's kind of critical to how you think or how you do live your life, and now you can't do that. So a little bit disappointing. There'll be shelving on this side, shallow, because you know that Jeff's tools will be coming in along the width. So back in this way, I think it'll be about 18 inches, and we'll use that for pantry items, and I'm not sure what. We'll figure that out when we move in. So here's where the dining room table will be. And there's the three-sided fireplace. John's working hard. And the foyer area. Our front door is in. And Jeff and I, one of those things. The project has gone on so long and so many decisions, big and small, are made that sometimes things get put in and you ask yourself, is that what we decided? And this door was one of them. The door itself, yes, absolutely we decided it. I'll show you the detail on the other side because you can't see it obviously. So it's a very beautiful door. Lovely door. What we, I guess, forgot, we had decided, and Cheryl said, no, you really did, was the lights, which is what the windows are called. The lights on either side are full panes. And Jeff and I kind of went, I thought we were doing divided lights. And when I asked Cheryl, she said, no, you said no divided lights because it would be very busy. Now it's not framed in yet, and so once you get the framing in, that will change the look again. So I just accepted what she said and went, okay. Because so far, she's been spot on with whatever I've kind of questioned. Did we decide that? As soon as she says, yeah, you did, I'm like, oh yeah, we did. So this is the powder room. We don't feel that we as a family needed another bathroom on the main level, but for resale value, lots of people like to have that in the main, like a nice one on the main floor, because that back one, it'll absolutely look lovely, but it will be a functional one more than a pretty one that people use. Mr. John, what? I see you working hard there, but do you see all the dust you're creating in the air? That gets into your lungs and will make it difficult to breathe. So you can't do that because you have no mask on your head, covering your mouth and your nose, okay? Thank you. And our electrical panel is there. It's always been there. And they kept it there, which is a good thing. You don't have to move anything. John, no, you can't. You just can't do that because I don't want to be smelling it. I don't want it to get into my nose and my lungs. Not okay with that. So back in here is where all the mechanical guts are. You had looked at the blog weeks ago. You would recognize some of that stuff from photos I had taken. And then this is into the sunroom, and we vaulted the ceilings, which we're really happy how they've turned out. It'll be such a relaxing, hopefully, bright room to be in. Pretty much year round and all day. It'll be a great space to be in. And I wish I could move this contraption. Oh, I can because it's on wheels. All right. So there's the chimney that got exposed in the demo, and that now we've opened it up so you can see the chimney going all the way up to the top. And this is the open space that we asked Juby to open, and he opened it as wide as he could. It would have been kind of neat if it had gone all the way across, but structurally we couldn't do that. And he brought it back out this way as far as he could structurally. So we're really happy with how that turned out. So you can see up into the gym area and the hallway, and then back in that space behind the chimney is the stairs where I'm going to head. So we have nice big, and by big I mean wide, stairs. The stairs we had before were pretty narrow. You can see I'm on the landing. You'll be able to see up and all the way around as you come up the stairs, and obviously all the way down. So this whole space is entirely blown open. These stairs that I'm going up now are in the original spot that the stairs were for the back door. So those who know, you would have just gone straight down to the back door, and you would have turned this way. There would have been the wall for the family bathroom, and in the bathroom would have been in this direction, about right here. So instead that's all gone. We have a double wide staircase and it's all open. So when you come up, it's into the gym. This is where a barn sliding door will be. So it won't be open unless we want it to be. But I would think most of the time it is going to be open. So this is Jeff's gym space. There'll be a railing along here. And Jeff will put his ball there. I think he's going to put his weights here. I think. And his treadmill there. And then up on the wall is where he can mount an iPad. When they were doing the pre-wiring, the automation guys, I happened to be there that day, and of course they asked me, do you want a sleeve that you can put your iPad in that can mount magnetically on the wall in the gym? And I immediately said yes. So I got Jeff in here, and he was debating whether we would really want or need that at all. And I just looked at him like he had two heads and said, yeah, we'll want that. And he will. He'll be so thankful that we did that. So we did one here in the gym and one in the yoga room. He will use it. There's no doubt in my mind. And so then this is the porch outside. I actually can't go there because I need a little mechanism because there's no door handle to go out there. The railing and the finishing needs to go on there still. So it's coming. Back over this way to John's room, and he's got some pretty fun spaces. So his closet wall is here, and you can tell there's no actual closet. It's supposed to be a built-in wardrobe. I don't know how we're accomplishing that now. And then this space behind the dormer, we've asked them to drywall and we'll paint it all off. And actually, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, he's got a light. So we're going to create this as a cozy little nook that John can pop into and hide. I think effectively is what it'll be. His own little place to hang out in. His window. Because every kid needs a space in their room that they can just, not a kid, every person, they can just hang out in that's not their bed. And so that's his. There'll be pocket doors here leading into the kids' bathroom. And John's vanity will go here. And he ended up with the skylight. Emma was supposed to have the skylight above her vanity over there. But way back in the roofing stages, look what happened. So rather than having tall on the right and tall on the left, we have this roof there. So the skylight had to go on John's side, and now instead of symmetrical vanities and tile work left and right, it will be complementary, but it will not be symmetrical. So you just make lemons out of lemonade. Well, one's a girl, one's a boy. We meant it that way. One of those kind of scenarios. And over here there'll be hamper storage down below built in, and then cabinetry up above for storage of bathroom things and towels and all that good stuff. This is the toilet room that can be accessed from either side. So the kids should, if they yell or get annoyed with either of each other about showering or toileting or anything, I'm going to lose a gasket, because they have 3 individual rooms, a toilet room, this main area that I am in, and then the actual shower room. So theoretically, they should never have to see each other if they don't want to. wish me luck on that. So they've got a shower stall area, and then their bathtub here. It's beautiful. And they've got that beautiful window. John will never care about the window, but hopefully Emma will appreciate it. Being a girl, she may not. I have no idea, but I would if I was here and they can see right out onto the neighbors who have their beautiful raised beds going. Oh well, one day I'll be back to gardening. And then they have some built-in storage there for more things. And then we walk through to Miss Emma's room. She has finally conceded that her room is big. She had a really, really hard time envisioning her room and that it was really as big as it is. And part of it might be because it's not a square or a rectangle, it's got its own unique nooks. This will be storage. You can see this goes in behind the dormer, it's quite large. So that's storage, that's not a hidey hole for Emma. She's gonna have her hangout space here. We're gonna do a built-in platform with drawers underneath. So she'll have a wall sconce there and there, and she can hang out by this window, which I think she'll really love. She can look at the nature, spy on the neighbors, all that good stuff. And so she's got this cut in here that we'll do something interesting with. And her built-in wardrobe will go along this wall, whatever that's gonna be, I don't know. I no longer know. And her bed there, and she has the skylight. So her room would be quite bright without the skylight, but the skylight just brings in that much more natural light. So very, very cool. Then we head over to the yoga room, which is so much bigger than what the original plan would be. It's very cool. So that's where that iPad mount is in this space. And I have no problem spending money. I've recently had the idea that we could put a ballet bar there for Emma, for her stretching and for her dance. Home practice that theoretically she could do now that she would have the space to do it, no excuses. And I'd like to put two rope wall stations there along that wall. This area is undecided with this platform. And then storage of props and things for Pilates and yoga would go there. And then we head into the family TV room. So in this dormer space, we're going to do another platform similar to Emma's, but it'll be, the depth will be larger than in Emma's. So in Emma's, it'll hold a twin size mattress depth. This one will be wider than that. Storage underneath there. And over here we'll have a wet bar, so a sink and dishwasher. Jeff would like a pool or ping pong table in this area. We'll see. Not in terms of whether I want it or not, but just cost. We'll see. I don't know how quickly that would happen. And then the TV up mounted, obviously, in that area. That's gonna have a false door on it. You won't actually see it. This is all built in. And so this is more storage in behind the dormer. So it's pretty big. It goes all the way back there. And then over in this area, we'll have some built-ins here. They'll be identical, so there'll be a countertop running the length with cabinets on the bottom and cabinets on the top. And so on one side will be Emma, and she can have all of her crafting, sewing materials and equipment all laid out. And on this side would be John's side, so he can do his Lego building, and he likes to take recycling materials and build stuff. And then we have the porch out this way. Hard to tell because of the light. The porch that way to the backyard. I don't know how often we'll sit out there. I really don't know. Because the original thought 3 years ago now is that we'd actually have a walkway that went out and then over to the treehouse, and I don't know if we're doing that anymore. I just really don't know. There's so many other things that need to happen before something like that. And now I'm walking along the hallway so we can see down into that sunroom. Can yell at the kids from here or from down there up here. And this is the original location of the stairs. Those who have been here would know. And this will be a linen closet. I mean, you can't see because there's not enough light. That'll be a linen storage closet. And then into here, into the guest bedroom and ensuite. So where those windows are is where the previous windows originally were, but the windows were much taller, and there was this low, wide windowsill. The bed for the guest bedroom will go there, and our sound system that we're using at the rental will go in here, because the sound system for the house is now going to be all automated. So we'll reuse that in here. And then this is the walk-in closet. I don't know how much you're going to see, because this is probably the darkest place in the house, is the walk-in closet for the suite, or for the guest bedroom, and then their bathroom is back in there. I don't think there's any point in going in there because I don't think you're going to be able to see it. And then into the master bedroom. And with that bright light coming in, it's going to be hard to see, I think. So there's our fireplace, and then walk over here, and we're going to have a John in our bedroom. We're going to have a chest of drawers built in along here, and through to our walk-in closet through here, which I don't know how we're getting it done now, because it's not going to be part of the millwork package. And into our bathroom, which has, well, probably better this way, our shower stall. Or maybe it's not better that way. Our shower stall. And our freestanding tub goes there. And then the vanity's on the right. So that's the house. That's how she looks right now. On the inside, it's mudding and taping and waiting for that to dry. So if you've heard kind of fans in the background, that's the fans trying to get the place dry. And on the outside, the guys are finishing the outside right now. They're doing a very tedious task of hand dipping the stain on the wood shingles, because apparently there's no company in BC that would pre-stain them for us. So that is a long and tedious job, and it's got to get done. So I guess somebody's got to do it. And once the shingles are stained, then they can start to apply them to the outside. That's the house as she is right now. Everybody's still working toward a July move-in date, but I don't think that that's going to be realistic. I think it's going to end up being August, but we shall see. All right, until next time.